Good morning. Today's a new day. It's been several days since my arm operation. For those that seen the previous video, um, I was explaining how I was having an operation done on my left arm, being that I'm a dialysis patient. Being that I'm a dialysis patient, I have a fistula in my left arm. For those that are familiar with that, and I had to get a revision done on my arm because it was looking very abnormal, as I showed in the first video. And I'm gonna show you my arm post surgery. It's kind of Frankensteinish, but it is what it is. Something that I live with, and I love it. It's what it is. It's part of life. Certain things you got to go through to get to where you want to go. So that's it. But here's my arm. Looks a little bit better. Looks better than I would say it looks better than the last video. You know. Mwah, still love my arm. Still love my arm. Mwah. It's my arm. What am I gonna do with it? It's my arm. I gotta love it. But I'm gonna be mad? No. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be depressed. Because guess what? This will heal. This too shall pass. It's gonna heal back. It's gonna heal back. It might not look perfect, but then again, what is perfect? What is perfect? I think it all depends on the individual as far as what's perfect. It's perfect for me. I gotta live with it, and it's gonna be all right. In a few weeks, I'll be able to do my exercises. I'll be able to do the normal things that I've done in the past. So I mean, you know, it's all good. And part of the reason that I feel like this is because I want people to be encouraged. I want fellow dialysis patients to be encouraged. For some, this is nothing. Some dialysis patients, they look at this, they're like, that's nothing. And I'm glad you feel like that. I'm glad you feel like that. Kudos to you. More power to you. I'm glad you feel like that. But then you have many other dialysis patients that they look at it, they're like, oh my God, what about me? What's gonna happen with me? What about my arm? Stop worrying, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, sir. It's not that serious, ma'am. It's not. It's a lot more worse that I could be going through. I'm still able to smile. I'm still able to see a new day. I'm still able to look forward to what's ahead of me, which is all good. I'm reaching out for everything that's good. Anything that has to do with negativity, put it behind me. It has nothing to do with me. Put it behind me. And if it's in front of me, I'm gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna get through it because I love life. I love life for better or for worse. For better or for worse, I love this life. I appreciate this life. Everybody has a purpose. I'm not gonna let dialysis deter me from my purpose in this life. It's not gonna happen. And I just say that because I want, which is part of the reason why I make this video. I want people to be encouraged. I want people to be encouraged because there is a lot more older people than I that have to deal with dialysis. And that's not to take anything away from the younger folks because I've seen younger folks pass away from this, from having to deal with dialysis, having to deal with kidney failure. I've seen the young pass away for one reason or another, you know. So it's not to take anything away from the young because whether young or old, this is something that we all have to deal with. And really, in my opinion, in my little old opinion, the pressure is more on the young because the older folks they had the opportunity to go throughout their life without having to deal with kidney failure. The young, on the other hand, this is a part in their life where they're facing a very could be considered a difficult situation, because I'm not gonna act like this is just a breeze through. It's not. Kidney failure is not a breeze through. Kidney failure is a life changing experience. It's almost is to me, in my opinion, it's somewhat a subculture, because it's a way of life. It's a whole different way of life. I just can't pack up and say I'm gonna go fly across the globe somewhere. Not saying that I can't, but if I made reservations to go somewhere, then I have to make reservations wherever I'm going. I have to make reservations with whatever dialysis center that I come in contact with, so they'll be prepared to take me in and give me treatment while I'm away. That's just the reality of dealing with dialysis. But it's what it is, and some days are better than other, because I'm gonna be honest. There's days I don't want to go to dialysis. There's days I don't want to go to dialysis. I'll be honest with you. More than often, I go into dialysis, and you know how it is when you get hooked up to the machine, whether you're getting stuck with syringe gauges, or you have a catheter in your chest that you have to get connected, or it's coming out your groin area. I mean, coming out your abdomen area. Me personally, I'll be honest. When I'm getting connected to dialysis, it's like my soul is crying, because it's like my soul is saying, "You're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be going through this. You are not supposed to be going through this." But mentally and spiritually, I have to rise up above that feeling. And I do, because I refuse to let this be a determinant. Determined. I hope I said that right. But I refuse to let this bring me down. It's not. I have a purpose in life, just like we all do. We all have a purpose in life, whether for bad or for worse. We all have a role to play, and we all have a purpose in life. At the end of the day, everything is gonna work out. And I said, I'm not supposed to be bending my arm. That kind of hurting, because I have an infection in my arm. See right there? It's an infection. And this little area right here has been pussing for the past couple of days. Pus has been coming out. And when I went to dialysis yesterday, the clinic had to prescribe me intravenous antibiotics in my arm, which worked. It's getting better. It's clearing up. And I also had to um schedule an appointment. Excuse me. I also had to schedule an appointment so I could get all these staples out. I have like almost 40 staples in my arm, and I love it. I love it. At the end of the day, God is still good. God is so good. He's so gracious and merciful and loving, and I'm just thankful to be alive. Because a lot of people, they're not making it. They're not gonna survive through the day. You know, and it is what it is. I mean, there's no such thing as death. It's just my opinion. There's no such thing as death. It's just another life. And while we're here, we are to make the most of it. You know, I have a child. For all those on dialysis that have children, whether young or old, you know, it's something that it is what it is. It's not gonna stop me from loving my child. It's not gonna stop me from being there for my child. It's a little bit harder, but I'm on the horizon of bigger and better things, and so are the rest of us. We have to get through this. We're gonna get through this. We are gonna get through this. We are not gonna let this hold us down. And that's the whole gist of these videos. I will always say this to the dialysis world. We are not gonna let this get us down. I love it. And I'm not gonna ramble on. It's not even afternoon yet. It's still morning time. Um, I haven't ate breakfast yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way. I love to cook. Maybe one day a whole bunch of us could get together and have breakfast. That's an idea. That's gonna be something I'm gonna look into. I'm gonna try and organize somewhere in the future. But I hope that this video was somewhat of a encouragement to you and an inspiration, because at the end of the day, that's all I want to be. I just want to be an encouragement and inspiration. I'm no I am no professional. I am no expert opinion on this. I'm just a regular old guy who just felt like I want to be able to reach out to the dialysis world and speak to the people, and maybe bring a smile on people's faces, because truth be told, when I do go into my dialysis clinic that I go to, I bring smiles to people's faces. I say hi to people, whether they know English or not. I speak to people. I make an effort to speak to people and bring a smile on people's faces, and it seems like I do that. So I said to myself, you know what? Maybe I need to start making videos and reach out to the bigger dialysis audience, so that maybe they'll look at this and they might feel better when the video's over. If by the end of this video, whoever's watching this, if I made you feel just a little bit better, that's what's up. Which is one of the things us younger kids like to see. Even though I'm not that young, but one of the things us younger kids like to say, that's what's up. That's what's up. If you feel better at the end of this video, that's what's up, because that's what I want you to feel better. Even if you never watch another video again after this one, please just be encouraged. Be encouraged. Don't let dialysis bring you down. And we're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna get through it. You're bigger than this. You're bigger than dialysis. So with that, just want to say thanks for uh allowing me to share some of your time with you. And for those that look forward to the next video, I will say until the next episode,